Hey folks, Mike here from Ollie. Today I have a quick preview of a super powerful, long-awaited feature coming to WordPress core very soon. So if you've been following me a while, you know I'm pretty passionate about getting responsive controls into the WordPress block editor. This would give us granular control over our typography and colors and spacing and layouts on different device sizes. And it looks like in WordPress 7.1, which is coming out in next month, August, we're going to get just that. So I have a quick feature preview right here in the editor. So let's check it out. This is available in the Gutenberg plugin, the development version. And so let's hop into it. So on the top toolbar here, we've had, for quite a while now, we've had this device preview where you can click and see the different sizes, different screen sizes and how your site reacts to it. This is nice for a quick preview of how our typography is scaling down, how our layouts are folding and how our grids collapse, etc. This is great, but it's just a preview. But you'll notice down here, there is a new button, responsive editing. So if I turn that on, now I'm in a responsive editing mode where changes I make to these different viewport sizes are specific to those screen sizes. And you can see it even says that in the text here below it. So let's try it out. So I'm going to click let's click edit here and let's select this headline. Now, by default, it's pulling in, pretty big font size, but maybe I want to make that a little bit smaller on tablet. And let's go ahead and click mobile. And you can see if I click mobile, it snaps back to the desktop size. This is kind of expected. And we can continue to dial in our size here. We can keep it medium if we want, which will automatically scale down a little bit because it's responsive typography we're using. Or we can use something like even a smaller size just to kind of see this in action. So you see as I toggle through these, we're getting different font sizes. That is awesome. That alone gives us a level of control that we haven't had before. Personally, I find that the responsive typography we have, at least in Ollie, is pretty awesome at scaling down and looking great on all screen sizes all the way from desktop down. So you don't really have to make a ton of tweaks to typography, but when you do, you now have the option to do that. So that's really awesome for typography. That's kind of an easy, simple use case, but you can go pretty deep with this. So we could even go and do something like, adding a background color and, adjusting the padding even further here. And so you'll see when I click to desktop, it's white. When I click down to this tablet size, it's gray with this kind of cool tinted color, and mobile it goes back. So again, these are just quick use cases, but all of the settings you have in your sidebar will be accessible to this responsive editing mode, so that you can change these and really dial in your design on every viewport. Now, we want to really rely on as much of our fluid typography, and kind of our auto collapsing and auto folding features as we have as possible, so that we don't have to get in here and tweak every single thing. It's just more reliable to rely on what's in the design system. But when we do need to, it is amazing that we have this at our fingertips so that we can dial in these designs for our clients or ourselves or our projects and really start to get some more unique designs. Just imagine being able to move things around a little bit. Maybe you have some negative margins, you have some things overlapping on desktop, but on mobile, you need to undo those so that they either fold or they adjust in a certain way. You'll now be able to do that. So that is just an incredible feature, and this is coming soon. Also, importantly, because the foundation of this was laid in WordPress 7.0. And if you remember, one of the other massive features in 7.0 was the AI architecture. They effectively added AI architecture to help us standardize how we build for and build with AI in WordPress. And this ties into that in that now, if we're working with an agent to help build our site, like through Ollie, the Ollie MCP, or some of our other AI tools, the agent will now have access to these responsive controls, this responsive infrastructure, allowing us to get even better results from our AI designs, our AI content, etc. So this is great for humans, it's great for agents, and it's great for the web because this really allows us to dial in and get us closer to this professional, polished site building that we can do now right in WordPress core without page builders, without all these other tools that we've needed over time. We're really starting to get a really comprehensive new workflow here. And when you combine that with things like Ollie Pro, which adds all these extensions and some new AI features, you really like can take WordPress core so far and build and build and build some really cool things. So we're really excited about it. We'll keep an eye on it and we'll be doing some tutorial videos. In the meantime, they are looking for feedback. You can see here in the Make WordPress site, there's a call for testing on responsive styling, and you can get on GitHub and check that out. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on this, and as soon as it drops, we'll be implementing this and making sure it works with all of our awesome Ollie tools. All right, thanks for hanging out. See you in the next one.